Welcome to the class again. See, in the previous class we have discussed about the concepts of maxima, minima, and point of local maxima, point of local minima. So okay, in the previous class what are the things we have learned? So how can we decide whether this is a point of local minima or local maxima based on the derivative? Okay, see, first order derivative. So first order derivative says that there are two important points we have discussed in our previous class. So if sine of f dash x, see, observe this, sine of the derivative changes from, see, positive to negative. If sine of the derivative changes from positive to, see, positive to negative, first case. Then in some cases sine of the derivative may change from negative to positive. Okay, so if sine of the derivative changes from positive to negative, then that point is called as point of, see, there are two cases we have discussed in our previous class. Okay, see here, slope of the tangent, so slope of the tangent is decreasing, slope of the tangent is this is greater than 0. See, negative to positive, see, negative to positive. This is here positive to negative. Okay, see, negative to positive, positive to negative, positive to negative, this point. So if the sign of the derivative changes from positive to negative, that point is called as point of local maxima. If the sign of the derivative changes from negative to positive, see, negative to positive, that point is called as point of local minima. So if sign of the derivative does not changes, then that point is called point of inflection, that is flat. So if it is flat, we cannot say positive to negative or negative to positive. Okay, it will be positive only, or negative only. Okay, these are the points we have discussed in our previous class. That is called first derivative test or first order derivative test to find out the point of local maxima or local minima. These points we have discussed in our previous session. Then the definition, what is the definition here? See, if we got a point C in the interval, C belongs to our interval, then such that if f of C is greater than or equal to f of x, then the function is said to have maximum value. Okay, then this point is called point of local maxima or maximum, singular and plural. Then in another case, f of C less than or equal to f of x, then that is called local minima. So these are the definitions. So we have not written these definitions on the board. Only thing is we have explained it through some of the graphs. So let me, in this session, let me write all the definitions. Okay, so what are the definitions we have learned in our previous class? So the first one is, okay, let me write it here. Let me draw the graph. So okay, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Okay, this is origin. So if I have a curve like this, so then this will be what, f of C, then this I will consider as point of C. Okay, so then my first point is, what we can write here is, see, the function C f of x, the function f of x is said to have, see, a maximum value in the interval, say some interval. So I have considered some interval, say here, some interval I, such that, see, f of C greater than or equal to f of x. Okay, so this is the definition. So here, so f of C is greater than or equal to f of C. So here, this f of C, the number f of C, whatever we get the answer, see, the number f of C is called the number f of c is called maximum value of the function, and c, the point c is called point of local maxima. The point of, so this is, we have explained earlier, point of local maxima, and this value is called maximum value. Maximum value of the function, and this point c is called point of local maxima. So this is the first point we discussed in our previous session. So similarly, if I consider c, so same thing we can write it. So if I consider another graph, say if my graph like this, then I can see, and this will be what, f of c. See, same definition, we can copy this. So in some interval, so I have taken some interval here. The function is said to have a minimum, so minimum value. So I can write this minimum, see, minimum value in the interval such that that value of the function at the point c, this is less than or equal to f of x, and this f of c is called, the number f of c is called minimum value, and the point c is called point of local minima. The point of, see, this one is point of local minima. So these are the 2 points we have discussed in our previous class. So then another point is, see, note down this definition here. So note down the 2 definitions. Then afterwards, very important. So what is this? First derivative test. See, first derivative test, very important here. So we also discussed the statement in the previous class. First derivative. What is the first derivative test here? So you observe this. Once again, I will draw the graph here. So that is, if I say I have a curve like this, then if I have a curve like this, then this one is, see, at this point slope of the tangent is 0. Then if I take, say, this one is c. See, this is the slope of the tangent f dash x. It is, I will write it. I will write it here. This is increasing. See, increasing. See, positive slope. Positive slope. Then see, it is decreasing. So it is f dash x is greater than 0. So here f dash x is less than 0. So then this point is, see, f dash, see, at this point, so derivative at this point is 0. So then I get this point. This is called point of, so we know this, point of local maxima. Then similarly, see here. So here, see, negative slope, that is f dash x is less than 0. Then at this point, f dash, see here, 0. Then see here, it is positive, see, f dash x, positive slope. So you observe this too. So what is the statement of first derivative? So if we have a function f of x, of course, which is differentiable in the interval, then see, if f dash x changes its sign, if f dash x changes its sign from, let me take this first case, say positive to negative, positive to negative. Say positive to negative means we must consider the value slightly less than c and slightly greater than c. Then it will be changing from positive to negative. So during this process, it attains this point, at this derivative is 0, so point of inflection. Then once again it decreases. So that is the first case here. Changes its sign from positive to negative. Okay, so you observe the graph. So positive to negative. Then the point C is called. Then the point C is called point of. This point is point of local maxima. Local maxima. So as we are observing in the first graph. Okay. Then second case is, so similarly we can write the second case. So what is the second case here? So if f dash x changes its sign from, so this is the first one. Then second one is, okay, let me write it second one once again. Okay, let me write it. See, this is the second case. Okay, let me write it here only. What is the second case? If f dash x changes its sign from, see, negative to positive. Negative to positive. Once again, we have to consider the values slightly less than c and slightly greater than c. Positive. Then the point is called point of local minima. Okay, you can write it in the graph here. See, point of local, this point, I am talking about this point of local minima. So that is the second important observation in the first derivative test. So what is the third point? So we have already explained this point. So what is the third point? If f dash x does not changes its sign, what happens? If f dash x does not changes its sign, okay, then C is, okay, that point is neither a point of local minima, nor local maxima. Okay, so it will neither be a point of local minima or local maxima. Then that point, then that is called, that point is called point of, see, point of inflection. Point of inflection. Okay, INCTION. Point of inflection. Okay, this is called what? First derivative test. Okay, so all these points we have discussed in our previous session. So in this, let us consider one example and verify it. See, once again I will, what is the first derivative test? So what is the first derivative test here? See, if f dash x changes its sign from positive to negative, another case is negative to positive. There are two cases. See, positive to negative. See, positive to negative means, see, positive to negative. That means we get a point of local maxima. See, this is local maxima. So negative, see, negative, then once again positive. Negative to positive means, see, negative to positive means we get a point of local minima. So neither positive to negative or negative to positive means that is a point of inflection. So this is called first derivative test. Okay, so okay, let me write one example. Find the local minimum and local maximum values of the function f of x is equal to x cube minus 3x. Find the local minimum and local maximum values of the function f of x is equal to x cube. Okay, see this, let me consider this, what is given here, see x cube minus 3x. So then differentiate this. Okay, we know differentiating with respect to x, so we'll get what, f dash x. So this derivative of x cube is what, 3x square, derivative of 3x is 3. See, to get the, see, before getting the values we have to find the points, local minimum and local maximum points. Okay, so now you equate the first derivative to 0, so we'll get what, 3x square minus 3 is equal to 0, or 3x square is equal to 3, or x square is equal to, see, 3 divided by 3, I'll get what, 1. So that x square is equal to 1 means x is equal to plus or minus square root of 1, that will be what, plus or minus 1. So I get two values, x is equal to plus 1 and x is equal to minus 1. Okay, see, first observe this. First let us consider first point, x is equal to 1. See, observe this. So what we have discussed here, see, there are two cases here. So one is negative to positive, another one is okay, positive to negative. See, observe this, negative to positive or positive to negative. So local minima, local maximum, there are two cases here. So here one point will be there. Okay, I am considering 1 now. See, x is equal to 1. So see, when x is slightly less than 1, see, I told in the beginning, we have to consider the point slightly less than 1. What is happening to the left side of 1 means, when x is slightly less than 1, what is happening to the derivative? We have to see that. See, f dash x, derivative. Where is my derivative? See, derivative is here. See, rough work, all this is rough work. Where is the derivative? See, 3x square minus 3, this is the derivative, this is f dash x. See, what is happening to this derivative when x is slightly less than 1? See, slightly less than 1 means we have to move to the left side of 1. So left side of 1 means I can take 0.9. Okay, so if I give 0.9, what happens to the value and sign? I am interested in sign, not the value. See, 0.9 whole square minus 3, see, 3 into, so this will be 8.1. Okay, 0.81. 0.81 minus 3. See, if I multiply this, I will get 2.43. See, 2.43 minus 3. 2.43 minus 3, that value will be negative. See, when x is less than 1, so the sign of the derivative is what? Negative. See, I am getting negative. So I can write this, when x is less than 1, f dash x, okay, the derivative, that f dash x is negative. Okay, see, when x is, okay, I will show it here. When x is less than 1, sign, what I got, the sign? Negative. Okay, next I can take when x is slightly greater than 1. See what happens when x is greater than 1. Okay, so see this, when x is, okay, when x is greater than 1, so this is 1, so I have to move to the right side of 1. So slightly greater than 1 means 1.1, 1.2, 1.01, whatever the values, rough work, that is only the rough work. So where is the derivative here? So derivative, I can take this derivative here. So I will take this derivative, 3x square minus 3, see, 3 into, see, slightly greater than 1. So I will take, say, 1.1. So what happens? See, if I calculate this whole value, I will get what? Positive value only. See, I will show it here. 1.1 whole square means okay, 1.21 minus 3. See, if I multiply this, 3.63. See, 3.63 minus 3. The answer is what? Positive. So when x is greater than 1, f dash x. Okay, here f dash x. You can write f dash x is negative. Okay, here when x is greater than 1, f dash x is what? Positive. See, f dash x, the sign is positive. So what are our observations here? See here. Okay, I will can write it here. Therefore, see, at x is equal to 1, what are observing here? See, what are the observations? F dash x changes see, changes its sign. See, what is the observation? Changes its sign from, see, what happens to the left side of 1? See, negative. Changes its sign from, see, negative to, so what is happening to the right side of 1? Positive. Negative to positive. See, it is the observation. At x is equal to 1, which was our first point, the sign of the derivative changes from negative to positive. See, negative to positive means how the shape looks. See, negative to positive. See, negative to positive means, so what will be the point here? This x is equal to 1 is a point of local minima. Okay. So what we can write, therefore, by first derivative test, x is equal to 1 is a point of, see, point of local minima. I think it's clear. Okay, it is a point of local minima. So this point is a point of local minima. Why? Because derivative changes its sign from negative to positive, which we have calculated there. Okay, so we have another point. What is that another point? X is equal to -1. So we have to see what happens to the left of -1 and to the right of -1. So that we shall do it here. Okay, this is all about first point. Okay, let me take up another point. So what is another point here? See, at x is equal to -1. Let's see what happens here. So when x is slightly less than -1, so what happens then? F dash x is, see, that is rough work. So what is our derivative? That is 3x square minus 3. Okay, we have to do all this rough work. Here we have to only write the sign here. See, 3x square minus 3. See what happens to the left of -1. So left of -1 means, so I have to move slightly left of -1. So left of -1 means -1.1 sort of. Okay, I will give one value here. See, 3 times -1.1 whole square. Okay, less than -1. So left side of -1. So -1.1, -1.2, whatever the value you can check here. So 3 into, so whole square is there, so it will be positive. So that will be 1.21 minus 3. So if I multiply this, I will get 3.63 minus 3. It is positive. So yeah, then f dash x is what? See, positive. Okay, you can take your own value. It is positive. Then let us consider to the right side. See, when x is greater than -1, okay, then sign of the derivative, see, it will be, see, it is positive means another one, it will be negative only. Okay, we did not check that. See, greater than -1 means we have to move to the right side of -1. Okay, right side of -1 means, so what are the right side of -1? Say 0 will be there, say 1 is present. So we can okay, we can move to the right side of -1 and take any one value here. Okay, you can check this. See, if this is positive, then this f dash x will be what? Negative. So what are observations here? See, by, okay, therefore here f dash x changes its sign. See, sign from, see, from what is happening here? Positive to negative. See, positive to negative. See, positive to negative means, okay, positive to negative means, see, positive to negative means like this. See, positive to negative, that means we get a point of local maxima. Therefore, x is equal to -1, that is another point, is a point of, it is a point of local maxima. Okay, point of local maxima. See, this is a point of local maxima. I hope you can understand this. See, first derivative, I am using first derivative. What we have done? So what happens to the left side of -1? Sign of the derivative is positive. Then to the right side of, that means greater than -1. So take any value which is slightly greater than -1. The sign will be what? Negative. So the derivative changes its sign from positive to negative. Therefore, by first derivative test, that point will be what? Point of local maxima. So we got 2 points. See, x is equal to 1 is a point of local minima. Then x is equal to -1 is a point of local maxima. So values, so we have to find out the values here. See, x is equal to 1 is a point of local minima. Okay, this is local minima. Then x is equal to -1 is a point of local maxima. So these are the 2 points we got this. Then see what are the values. So we have to find out the values also. So how can we find the values? So given function is what? Function is x cube minus 3x. Okay, x cube minus 3x. See value. We have to find out. So put x is equal to 1. Then we get f of 1. See 1 here. 1 cube minus 3 into 1. So 1 cube is 1. 1 minus 3 will be what? Minus 2. So this minus 2. So we get what? F of 1 is equal to minus 2. So this is local minimum or minima, local minimum value. See, at this point the function has a minimum, at this point. So what is the point we have taken? See, x is equal to 1. Okay, we have taken this x is equal to 1. See, at this point the function has minimum value. See, at which point? At x is equal to 1, the function has minimum value minus 2. It attains minimum value minus 2. That is local minimum value. Similarly, another value. So put x is equal to minus 1. So here we have substituted x is equal to 1. Then put x is equal to minus 1. So we get what? See, f of minus 1. So I get minus 1 whole cube minus 3 into minus 1. So minus 1 whole cube is minus 1. So that will be plus 3. See, 2. So this, see, at this point I got 2. So this is local maximum value. Okay, local maximum value for this function. Okay, so we have found out the points of local minimum, local maximum, and local maximum value, local minimum value by using the first derivative test. Okay, in this session we have discussed the definitions of maximum value, minimum value, then the first derivative test, and we have worked out one example. Okay, only one example we have worked out here. See, first derivative test, once again let me repeat it. So if see, sin of f dash x, I am telling this, sin of f dash x changes from positive to negative, then okay, sin of the derivative, not the function, we will differentiate it, we will get f dash x. Sin of the derivative changes from positive to negative. So positive to negative means what? So this shape, okay, intersection, positive to negative, then we will get a point. That point is called point of local maxima. It is local maxima. Then if sin of the derivative changes from negative to positive, see, union shape, then the point is called as then the point is called point of local minima. Okay, local minima. So this point is called local minima. So that f of c value, that is called minimum value or maximum value, we got in the previous example. So all the things we got in this. Okay, see, in this way we can use the first derivative test to find out the minimum and maximum values. We shall consider some more examples.